on July the 12th, in Albuquerque on the 13th, in Phoenix at the Desert Sky Pavilion on the 15th, in Orange County, California on the 16th of July at Irvine Meadows, in San Diego on the 17th at the Open Air Theater, in L.A. on the 19th, on the 20th in Vegas at the Aladdin Casino, and in San Francisco at the legendary Fillmore on July 22nd is where you'll see Stone Temple Pilots. Back to the phones now. Arnold is in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, listening to C95, and that ain't easy to say, by the way.
It's like a Bugs Bunny thing there.
There you go. Hey, Arnold.
Saskatchewan.
I was wondering, whatever made you decide to make the cover of Purple the way it is?
Well, I got a gift from a friend about 9 months ago, and this gift that I got from a friend came in this little package, and this little package was a Chinese package. And I suppose, actually, I found out that these types of packages are given to people on the Chinese New Year.
It's like a gift.
Yeah, I didn't know at the time, but it's a sort of a celebration, and it's given as a gift. And the image we liked, and it was something that was just interesting enough. The backside of the album, which is the cake, actually came from a day in rehearsal when we were writing songs for the record. We had this cake made for Robert's birthday, and we took a look at the cake and decided that our friend Allison Dyer, who's a great photographer in Los Angeles and a good friend of ours, should come down before we devour the cake and take some photos of it.
A memorable picture of it, and that's what's on the back. We're live from Miami tonight with Stone Temple Pilots, just a few blocks away, as a matter of fact, from the legendary Interstate 95. We got a song here from the new album called Interstate Love Song from Stone Temple Pilots. Interstate Love Song from the Stone Temple Pilots album Purple. Weiland and Robert are here with us. In fact, the guys just came from rehearsal tonight. You've been rehearsing for the tour.
Of course.
Here we go. 1, 2,
3, 4.
Leaving on a southern train only yesterday, you lied, promises of what I seem to be. Only watch the time go by. All of these things you said to me. Suddenly we're...
I think you guys are ready.
Suddenly we're Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
Not quite.
I think you're ready, though, man. I think you're ready. Kicks off this Thursday. We go back to the phones. That was nice, by the way. Very nice. Jessica is in Carlisle, Pennsylvania, listening to 93.5 WTPA in Harrisburg. Jessica.
Hi. Hi, guys. How you doing?
Hi, how are you, Jessica?
I'm fine. My question is, how do you feel about today's youth, some of them being your fans, having unprotected sex, and what would be your message to them?
Well, obviously you can listen to enough, radio station commercials, enough television commercials, and, they all sort of, give the same message. I don't really think commercials necessarily influence young people that much, public service type commercials. I think it would be a lot more interesting and a lot more effective if within, movies, within the motion picture industry, if when there was sort of, and I'm not no frickin' conservative by any means, I have actually tend to have a closed mind when it comes to people that have those sort of thoughts. But I think it would actually be very helpful to see sex in a realistic light. If someone is getting into that thing, whether they're doing whatever they're doing, and to show that actually these people, these characters in these films, who are, getting it on, doing their thing. It'd be nice to see the reality of it, and to have that sort of condom factor interjected. And besides, what you really should do is all men should think, that basically, if you put one on, you don't have to worry so much about the 1, 2, 3, bam, you're done thing. I mean, you last
prolong the experience.
Yeah, you last a lot longer, and your lover will appreciate you for that.
She'll love you for it.
I think
He or she, whatever,
I think being a teenager today is a really hard thing, and I wouldn't want to be a teenager today. It's so hard. You got so many people criticizing what you do, and I think it's a really hard situation growing up, being that age in this kind of society today. Things happen so quick, and a lot of people don't pay mind to what is really there and the consequences, and you got to really hand it to teenagers today.
Yeah, really. And
a hard trip.
And the bottom line is, man, it's a matter of life and death, plain and simple. And
besides that, though, it's really a screwed thing. Because I remember when I was a teenager, and I guess as you get to be a little bit older, before your preteens, certain babysitters are a little different than other babysitters, and that. And you didn't have to ever think about that kind of stuff back then. And it's a shame that it's such a beautiful thing like sex, because sex is the most beautiful thing. It's like it's what gives people positive energy. I mean, to live your life every day, and it's just a shame that it has to be tainted by such an ugly disease that has no discrimination. Towards anybody, but I mean, you have to pay attention to it.
It's the reality of the world, it really is. Jessica, good call. Thanks for calling. We're going to talk to Michelle now, who is in El Paso, Texas, listening to 95.5 KLAQ in El Paso. Michelle?
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
How you guys doing? Plenty of hello from here in El Paso. My question for you guys is on your first album, Core, the song Sex Type Thing, my favorite song, of course. Who got the idea for the song, and what or who was the inspiration behind it?
Well, see, it's sort of a funny story. I don't know, Robert might be able to tell it better, but Robert's brother, Dean, was outside of his house, and I think he was like washing his car or doing something like that, and he had the stereo on inside the house. Yeah, you know it better than I do, probably.
He was just playing Physical Graffiti by Zeppelin, and the light was on, and he just heard it outside in a different way. And that's what he came up with musically. I think she's probably talking about lyrically, though.
Lyrically, well, first of all, I feel very uncomfortable trying to put across my political beliefs in the element of music and song, because I don't think that, because of the fact that people know my name, know my face, or know who I am, gives me any right to tell people how to think. The idea behind the song, which is based on a date rape type situation, is something that I do feel is important. And beyond just that as a microcosmic thing, the whole idea that men in America have towards women is a very ugly one. I think things are tending to change. I wanted to try to make a certain point within the song without sounding preachy, and I felt that the easiest way to do that, and the way that it might have the most impact, was to sort of put it across from that point of view of, I guess, a typical...
You're listening to Rockline on the Global Satellite Network.
To expose it for what it is.
Yeah, if it angers people, at least, the best way of putting a point across sometimes is by, pissing somebody off, and then that may actually inspire them to find out what's beneath the surface.
To wake up. This is Sex Type Thing.